can't achieve the production efficiency concept. So growth of difficulties leading to decline the growth of demand. You can see here comparing between 2019 and 2020 increased by 24%. Otherwise, due to COVID-19 between 2020 and March, it decreased by 15%. Here, high calculation. No, we try to explain about the tourism industry. It is also very critical industry. It also contribute. It from 4.9 to GDP in 2019, about 50 with infrastructure and rate of marginal difficulties for COVID-19 pandemic situation and increasing over the energy, increasing transport, and open developing market. You can see here, because of these difficulties, the tourism level has been decreased by 69%. On the other hand, parallelly, we also decreased by 74%. So I would like to business one by new decision. Talking about three business models. The first one is food security and nutrition. Business firms can use technologically advanced storage system to store their food products. Then they can minimize the wastage and they can increase the supply chain efficiency. And then this one is renewable energy and sustainability. Business firms can use energy derived from natural resources, and they can reduce their electricity cost. The necessary can be solved with the government authority source. Then one is healthcare and medicine. Business firms in healthcare sector can implement better to improve their customer service. Telemedicine, monitoring and diagnostic patient financial technology. The business firms can use microlending, mobile banking, and digital payment platforms in a crisis situation to continue their business. Then let's talk about the recommendation. Business firms can have to reduce their unnecessary costs and use available resources efficiently and efficient manner. Then they have to use diversification strategy. And they have to invest in various industries and evaluate the return on investments. They use pricing strategies. Business firms have to offer their products to the market at a rate that can be affordable by the customers. Then negotiate with the suppliers to reduce their cost. Then business firms in tourist sector can discuss with the government to promote the Srilankan tourism in other countries. Their conclusion. This presentation will help you know about the economic crisis in Sri Lanka and their impact on the business sector and potential solution using business economic theories like cost calculation, cost analysis, reaction theory, pricing decisions, and demand forecasting by analyzing current business sectors. Then Sri Lanka economic crisis can be overcome by applying those economic theories in Sri Lanka. Thanks.
Yeah, one question I will ask, right? Anyone can respond. Right now, you have mentioned that hyperinflation and the exchange rate depreciation. So, when we are proposing this business model, how those things they can impact on this business model in developing place as business model, and how the business take into account those effects, inflationary effect and the exchange rate effect in making the business decision.
Is due to that means reducing the purchasing power. The business firms have to increase their revenue. Then those that we have highlighted in these business models, that means we have to increase our revenue first of all. Then we can offer our products to the market at a price that is reasonable price. Then consumers can consume those products or services at a reasonable price.
Yes, that's why government has become to bring some foreign investment to increase the financial reserve. Industries can looking for the investors from other countries to bring more investors to maintain depreciation policy level and as well as to expand their businesses. Inflation has focused on reducing costs and just the quality of their product. In the market.
When we talk about the other industry inflation, it has significant impact on these other products in other destination export. What is the competition? How it is impact on the competition products? So that is seriously looking that aspect of like inflation and competition in the other aspect, and then you're competing with other countries like the France.
They have some industries and business entities will have to decide the best prices. They will have to look for the market play with that.
So now the inflation, same way, that create uncertainty, right, in the business. Certainty and effect to the competition, all these things, right? Other side, right? So there's the risk management also very important aspect, right? So it's very good exchange rate, right? But that need to be taken into account. And the risk associated with the competition that we take into account seriously. And the inflation other side is change. If you have highlighted this, another industry, right? We have some more important. Okay, thank you very much. All those point members are there. Group members and well, Lanka.
about the economic crisis and all of current is after that identification of 24 15 gas analysis and plastic is currently experiencing its first crisis in emissions in 1940. Countries characterized by high inflation and shortage of foreign currency reserves and shortage of essential goods. There are a number of factors that have contributed to the crisis. Unsustainable debt. Sri Lanka has a high level of debt both domestic and external. The government has been allowing heavily to finance and this has been difficult to meet payments. Secondly, tax cuts. In 2009, Sri Lanka government is taking significant tax cuts. This will government revenue. The one is money painting. Sri Lankan government has been taking money to cover its budget. And as you know, they take money and the government families. The release of all the in 2021, the Sri Lankan government banned the import of chemical fertilizer pesticides. Once they have more focus and to promote the open farm. The ban led to shocking trade reaction because to produce and COVID-19. There is a active and is like Sri Lanka. The declining towards the which is the pages of the foreign exchange for Sri Lanka. At the devastating impact of Sri Lankan people, millions of people are struggling to support their basic necessities, such as food, and medicine. They have also been our organization in July 2020, the Sri Lankan government reports on its debt repayment. The government is currently negotiating a bailout package with the international economic crisis. Sri Lanka is developing more significant it's like several billion contribute in our the overview of current crisis. As of October 2020, Sri Lankan economy is in a state of crisis. Inflation is at 62.3% and the economy is projected to contract by 1.2% in 2023. The government is currently in negotiations with the IHS shutdown package. All the contributed last impacts on the business. Demand and supply due to the economic crisis, demand and supply also increase customers increase their demand and also producer can't supply because of their capacity, because of the growing crisis and labor market. Also, companies fail their employees and stop being recruitment because of the economy, because they want to cut their price. The one is consumer behavior. Consumers tend to change their behaviors because of the economic crisis. They are cautious about their spending, especially on non-essential goods. Investment decline. Most of investors postpone or cancel their investment because of the crisis and the credit constraints. Banks and other financial institutions criteria lending standards because of the crisis. It affect to the businesses. They can't lending loans for their operations and expand their businesses. Global trade disruptions, tariff and trade tensions, and other supply chain disruptions affecting the businesses which are related to export and import, digital transformation. Most of businesses invest their money on automation and remote work facilitation.
These are about higher education, main functional areas. So it's very important to understand about business economy functions to the economic price. Business economy can encompasses several functional areas and institutional to understand business. Which means the difference between continuum and the cost of production and is created and how the business can optimize their resources between the goods and services to get the best efficiency and market structure and competition. Also, consider the market research and forecasting, which means using the data and data to predict their market analysis. So, government policies and regulation, which focuses on government policies, laws, and regulations, and the global economic trade, which means for the global trade and global factors. And the next one is analysis within all arguments. The critical importance of economic crisis for the business economy. Perspective involves examining the root causes of issues. So, economic crisis mainly includes resource factors such as financial leverage and unstability debtors and global and financial integration experiencing the financial markets lead to risky behavior and its impact was far researching factors such as unemployment and poverty, reduced consumer spending, business backgrounds, and the government debt. As an argument and solutions, they can use resilience through the innovations and investment in human capital, sustainability community members, digital transactions, and social safety nets, and reforming financial regulations and global corporations. And behavioral economic insights, we can use financial policies, formula, and specifications. So, this can be
It's a complex problem with not easy solutions. Likely to take several years for the country to recover. The crisis has been caused by a combination of factors, including unsustainable debt, money printing, the COVID-19 pandemic, and overwhelming debt. The crisis has devastating impact on Sri Lankan people Millions of people are struggling to afford basic necessities such as food, fuel, and medicine. They have also been widespread power of states and products in Sri Lanka. The government is currently negotiating a bailout package with the International Monetary Fund. However, it is likely to take several years for the country to recover from the crisis. In the meantime, the Sri Lankan people need to play a role in addressing the crisis. They can do this by covering currency resources, supporting local businesses, and working together to build a better future for Sri Lanka. Let's move on to recommendations. Here are some brief recommendations about the current economic crisis in Sri Lanka. For the government side, we can recommend reducing spending. It means the government needs to reduce spending to reduce budget deficit. There could involve cutting subsidies, reducing the size of the government workforce, and rising taxes, as well as inflation revenue of the government. The government needs to increase its revenue to reduce its budget deficit and financial essential services. This could involve raising taxes and improving tax collections. Restructure debt. It means the government needs to restructure its debt to make it more sustainable. This could involve negotiation with creditors to reduce the amount of debt to extend the repayment period. Attraction foreign investment. The government needs to attract foreign investment to boost the economy. This could involve creating a more favorable businesses, environment and investing in infrastructure. For business side, we can recommend reduce of cost. Business need to reduce cost to remain profitable. This could involve streamlining operations, improving efficiency and negotiation better deals with suppliers. Diversify products and services. These businesses should diversify their products and services to research wider range of customers. Exporter businesses should focus on exporting their products and services to generate foreign currency revenue. Investing in technology means businesses should invest in technology to improve their efficiency and productivity. Partner with the businesses should partner with the other businesses to share resources and experiences, expertise and experiences as well. So to overcome with the economic crisis in Sri Lanka, with the help of policies and regulations, with the help of the international community, we can overcome this crisis. That's the end of our presentation.
Any question from the audience? Okay, right. So can you tell me how now this is how we highlighted certain prices, sources, we mentioned prices, you highlighted those things. The areas, like, can you tell me the most influential areas prices affect in business?
Inflation and
The business activity. Which areas mostly affected in the business? Highlight three areas.
labor market and investment.
Labor market. That's one.
Investments and the financial credit.
Credit. How many endless are there? Pilipino manusia. Wala din.
Business economics to solve current business problems under the prevailing economic crisis. We identified what is the economic crisis. That is a situation in which the economy of any country passes through a sudden decrease in forces. This decrease is generally brought about by the financial crisis. And we identify some of the key reasons behind this economic crisis. First is Easter Sunday bomb attack that is affected in 2019, 21st of April. And then all over the country and all the world suffering from COVID-19 pandemic. Those are the main key reasons behind the economic crisis. And that resulted from the higher inflation rate and Sri Lankan rupee decreasing about major foreign currencies in the world and decreasing internal trade, disruption of supply chain, and also fertilizer ban happened after the crisis. That is some of the reasons after resulted from this crisis. And producers are more affected from that situation. We are taking production stages curve. Is this as per this figure at the stage 1, you can see the increasing. You can see that in this stage increase TP and NP comes from the maximum level, and after the maximum NP is decreasing, and AP come to its maximum, and the stage and the first stage end. In the stage 2, TP comes to the maximum, and AP starting to steady decline. That's called diminishing returns, and end of this stage 2, NP becomes 0, and after that, in the stage 3, TP start to decline, and AP is steady decline, and NP become negative value. We identified the fertilizer ban appeared after the government decided to restrict chemical fertilizer for giving toxin-free means for every people in the country. They changed their fertilizer policy for organic fertilizer to the chemical fertilizer. In this figure shows that we at the moment producers can't find the organic fertilizers, and they haven't find to chemical fertilizers also. And this figure shows we add more and more variables in this situation, but the output is less than we designed in the input. So I like to invite Kusal for 20 minutes.
Good morning to all of you. Here I'm going to discuss about how it was coal shortage impact to the business factors and business industries in Sri Lanka. All of us know Sri Lanka is the net foreign buyer for oil and gas in the gas. Therefore, economic crisis and Russia and Ukraine war directly influenced to the coal shortage in Sri Lanka. Then I'm going to discuss about how coal shortage impact to the business industries. This chart you can see the high coal price increases in this crisis period. Therefore, business factors, production and transportation cost increase. Also, it has made it challenging for the business to get the raw materials and supply their production to the market. It is initiated the market shortage of the production and services. Also, demand for the goods and services decreases. Then I would like to discuss about how this coal shortage impact to the business economic factors. Many of industries in Sri Lanka mainly uses electricity and petroleum energy for their production process. This coal shortage in this coal shortage period, many production business firms produce their production below the production possibility from tire. You can see the that type of situation in this graph. Then that means business firms couldn't achieve their productive efficiency and effectiveness. Also, it is more difficult for the business to remain competitive both domestically and internationally. Then I would like to invite Rajitharan Katika. I will continue the presentation. I'm going to talk about unemployment. When considering country economy, we are in an unemployment situation in those days because of the numbers are high. So that has affected several factors. COVID-19 pandemic situation, Ukraine war, other thing, crisis situation currently now we are facing. I will further explain about the scenario using below graph. That topic for unemployment rate, 95 confidence. Vertical line shows unemployment rate and horizontal line year by year analysis. Unemployment rate stood at around 4% after the 2018. When it comes to 2019, it shows slightly increase up to 5 points because of COVID-19 situation. When the COVID-19 situation we are facing, government restriction and country lockdown period, those period, many Sri Lankans have lost their jobs in the country. So that it was presented high number of unemployment rate. After that, country can manage that situation satisfactory level using their economic solution and government introduction proper plans. But when come to the 2022 to 2023, the rate was increased up to 5.2% due to the economic crisis coming now we are facing. On those periods, we are issuing labor shortage and also negative impact on foreign reserve, balance of payment. Those are the things clear to the increased unemployment rate. So that many sectors have a labor shortage and economic issue. When next slide, when come to the theoretical background, Philip Crowe's long-term and short-term effect on unemployment. There are links between unemployment and inflation ratio. Philip Crowe shown long-term Philip Crowe shown vertical line that there is no any trade-off between the unemployment and inflation. But when considered short-term Philip Crowe, there is the inverse relationship between unemployment and inflation. When come to the considering inflation low, unemployment high, and other thing is unemployment low, inflation was high. There is a theoretical background in accordance with Philip Crowe. So that my explanation over. I hand over to the others.
If I explain how to inflation impact economic crisis. Today I will explain what is the inflation. Inflation means is the rate of increase of price over given period of time, such as the overall increase price or the increase of the cost of living in a country. After that, I will explain what is type of inflation. That is a measurement of type of inflation. The first one is moderate inflation. Second one is European inflation and hyperinflation. After that, I explained how the curve, the supply side to inflation impact to the customer. First of all, X line is income level, Y line is price level. Then the rise is cost of production push up to the aggregate supply to AS2. So producer expect a higher price for the same level of output supply. At the reason of that, they were ready to sell Y2 at P earlier, but now demand P2 level. The P2 level of the price of it that is come to the equilibrium is the level come to the Y level. That's mean equilibrium Y2 less than Y less than to 1. That mean pre-inflation income showing the this area. After that, impact of the inflation for the industries. Firstly, cost increase after reducing the competitiveness and demand reduce, unsustainable and sustainability. So my we need to continue.
I would like to talk about the trade deficit impact of the business. First of all, we need to know what is the meaning of trade deficit. Trade deficit occurs when the country import goods and services than the next. What is the meaning of GDP growth rate? And economic growth rate refers to the change in the value of the goods and services product within the country, specific period comparison to an earlier period. When considering the GDP growth rate, Sri Lanka has unable to bring positive. Sri Lanka unable to bring positive value within this crisis. Let's talk about the impact for the business, trade deficit impact for the business economic factors. First one is the trade policies. Trade policies mean the government time to time pass the trade traffics and the limitations. It's mainly impact of the import-oriented companies. In Sri Lanka, vehicle import companies is still struggling because government not allowed to import vehicle here. Effective on 10 June 2023, government gave government gave 286 import restriction. It is a import exception. This is green light for import-oriented companies. And the second one is reducing customer purchasing power. That's mean Sri Lankan rupees depreciation has increased important costs. Then it is passed to the customer and reducing their purchasing power. I would like to invite you to conduct the remaining part.
Thank you very much. So we are come to the end of this part, our presentation. So I hope you all have got some basic idea about the crisis and how those affect to the business industry. So my part is what we can recommend to overcome this issue. So basically, as a government, they are doing a major role in this situation. So they can give some permissions to the competitors to minimize the monopolistic situation and price giving like reduce the price influence on some essential commodities then we can put some pressure on reducing the inflation situations and focus on novelty products, product variations to reduce the market competition and costs. And government should assist basically for SMEs to revamp their businesses by giving low interest loans and debt restructuring and development of export policies to reduce the trade imbalancement, because nowadays you know that we can't balance that situation because our imports are higher than the exports. So by giving these kind of releases, we can increase the exports. And when we come to the further discussing about that, government can bring some alternatives to when it comes to the transportation issues. They can give some EV technologies to mainly use vehicles like three-wheelers, buses and all. And they can innovate hybrid transportation services because those are mainly effective to the normal in the society. And they can focus on the renewable energy options and also provide more employment opportunities to the labor force in Sri Lanka to earn foreign earnings, which will help us to increase the foreign earnings for the country. So that's all my part, but just in general want to think about what the theory we are talking about, that is the economic efficiency. So what the rational producer means. So which we can assume the factor prices are constant and producer can use more factors to increase the production. So then they can, by looking at this figure, they can increase the production step by step, and then they can produce the productions into the higher level and go to the economic efficiency. That's all my part. Thank you.
So what is the conclusion? We have made the recommendation from conclusion. What is your conclusion? Based on the
Crisis, we have identified the issues that are connected to the by giving analyzing them to try to find the
okay, right now we will mention about the patient rights social factors. So during the crisis period, according to your observation and patient, how it is happened based on the demand side, or the that means demand push or cost, demand full inflation or cost push.
Both. We can say that both sides because general price levels has increased. So one level, essential commodities has their prices have been increased. So the people purchasing power decreased, but on the other side, their demand also increased. So
Then there is a purchasing power difference. How the demand?
special like let's say fuel and other some essential commodities, even there's a price increase. There's a demand is there.
Of the business sector, and she consider business sector basically
If the prices increase, so it's that the production increase.
where the cost push, then the demand full inflation. And the price of period now, purchasing power is limited, no, right? So the income level does not increase in the past only. The demand side factors structurally stagnated, no, right? Maybe the cost push inflation or more serious than that taken from because of volume size and the fertilizer, then the supply side, that also other things affected the plant. Cost increase, cost like. Okay, thank you very much.
Today we are here to present economic crisis in Sri Lanka and economic stability. First of all, for the introduction, we should know what is an economic crisis. Economic crisis is where a country or a region experiences a significant downturn or disturbance leading to an adverse effect on various aspects of the economy and the people's livelihoods. Then come to various causes of an economic crisis. It can be a financial crisis, or it could be a economic imbalance, or it can be a political instability, or can be a natural disaster or global event. When it comes to overview of Sri Lankan economic crisis, we can identify several reasons for that crisis. First thing is we haven't have a financial discipline. Sometimes we haven't collect our all tax revenues. Sometimes we have spent our money for lots of unwanted expenses. Then we have taken lots of risky commercial borrowing. Sometimes we take high interest rate borrowings for constructing airports, harbors, and highways. Then we have exchange liquidity problems also. Then for these reasons, we have to ban our imports. In banning our imports, we have stopped importing motor vehicles, spare parts, electronics, and some chocolates, perfumes, so and so. And the government sector and the private sector also stop our capital expenditures such as construction. So these are the main reasons for our economic crisis. I hand over the presentation to Tanuja for the rest.
Business sector, especially context of the Sri Lanka's ongoing financial crisis. This uncertainty leads to delayed investment, reducing hiring and production, and frequent government and policy changes also disrupt business and causing increased costs related to security, insurance, and the supply chain disruptions. Also, when we are moving on to specific impact on the political instability, we have to face Sri Lanka GDP growth dropped 3.2 in 22 to 4.5 in 15. Also, FDI inflows significantly decreased. It's over to 4% in 2018, less than its sharply dropped 0.6 in 2023, and Sri Lankan rupee has been over 80% of its value against the dollar. When we are moving on to COVID-19 impact, before the pandemic situation, we are facing already so many financial crises, such as high debt and weak rupee, then leading to a decline in the GDP growth, increased unemployment, and experienced drop in the revenue business sector due to reduced demand, supply chain disruptions, and travel restrictions. Higher cost, when we are talking about higher cost, we have to find more, we have to adapt more ways to work in the likewise working from home, and health and security cost increase, and bankruptcy resulted in job losses and adversely affected the economy. Also, banks are becoming more cautious about lending due to increased risk of loans and defaults, because our revenue, business sector revenue has dropped sharply because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And when we are talking about agricultural reforms, in 2021, Sri Lanka government banned chemical. Sri Lanka government economic crisis led to depreciation of the rupee, increased cost of farmers, and difficulty selling produce, and the ban on chemical fertilizer in 2023. And for this, they are aimed to promote organic agriculture, but they haven't advocate planning and support for the because of this, they are criticized lack of planning and support. The government's local economic government and reform, lack of foreign investment, and negatively impacted the Sri Lankan people and the business sectors, leading to increased poverty and job losses and unemployment. Now I'm end of my part, and I'm in the floor. Crisis. Discuss this and there are crisis, and also a lot of business sector have affected through this economic crisis. First one is high rising inflation and the money printing. It's affected in retail and business sector. It's reducing the purchasing power of the consumer and demand and pricing strategies also, and reducing in the banking sector we discussed in reducing savings value and also the investment value, and increasing the loan and deposit in the banking sector and in the banking and the strategy. Then in the tourism sector, it's also the banking affected because high risk inflation and the money printing. And it affected to the reduce the demand of the travel and increasing the cost of the traveling. Then also the pressure for the profit margin in the hotels and the restaurants, and also the transportation sector also the affected badly. Then next economic crisis is foreign exchange crisis and the trade imbalance. In the wholesale sector, retail sector, we can see that they can't difficultly obtain the imported goods, and also reduce the competitiveness of the exporters among the exporters. And in the banking sector, we can see they can't difficult to obtain the foreign exchange rates and the foreign currency in a stable price range, and also instability of the loan and the investment. In the hotel and restaurant, we can see import independent supplies may become costly and reduce the foreign came into the Sri Lanka, and also the construction sector we can see badly affected because increasing the goods, imported goods, and construction materials. So most of the construction sector is going to be goes down. And in the high government, there is another economic crisis, and it also affected to a lot of business sectors because mainly the small, medium, and entrepreneurs, because government reduced the spending infrastructure to the small business sectors, and also high government debt level can impact the interest rates and the financial sector stability. In the government report and the thank you. I will invite Harshani to continue. Explain furthermore. I mentioned there's more segments in economic crisis in Sri Lanka, political instability, the economic impact of COVID-19, and then cultural reforms. For example, as earlier, Sri Lanka we first been protest in last few years. Economic instability is making the government make unnecessary policies and laws and regulations, and the economic effects of COVID-19, there are lack of demand in and textile industries, and income losses of daily day-to-day life expenses cut their consumers, and with fiscal balance and debt repayment, disruption to small and medium enterprises operations, adoption to tourist levels, and the current share in Sri Lanka migration rate is 4.039 in 2023. And the other part is agricultural reforms. And the Sri Lanka economic crisis has caused shortage of product, agricultural input, and then world medicines, and surviving from compromising the economic activities and the major agriculture production. These are the factors the Sri Lanka economic crisis in the new progress, and my part was I moved to the now.
Thank you for sharing Dr. Noel. I would like to explain about the identification of economic main focal area. Business economic is the application of microeconomics, which focus on topics on important interest. The topics include main 5 focal areas. First one is demand analysis and forecasting. Second one is cost and production analysis. Third one is price efficient and policies and practices. Fourth one is profit management. Fifth is capital management. In demand analysis forecasting, firms is the economic unit that they intend to produce resources to output level. In the business sense, all output is meant to be sold, and accurate estimation of demand helps a firm in minimizing cost of production and shortage. Firm must decide its total output before preparing production schedule and deciding their resource to be employed in fully. Demand forecast serves as a guide to management for maintaining their market share in the competition divide, thereby securing their profit. Second one is cost and production analysis. Cost and production analysis prevails. Profitability of business is to heavily influenced influence in their manufacturing expenses. The business managers always trying to carry out production function analysis to reduce the material cost of the production, and time waste also they consider. Cost control is critical to sound pricing plan. Cost and production analysis include their cost concept and cost output relationship, and economic of scale and cost control. In pricing decision and policies practices, a corporation income and pricing, income and profit most determined by pricing decision and policies, and other policies also considering in price decision. This branch of research covers the following major topics in price decision: market structure analysis and pricing practices and pricing forecasting, or included in the major topics. Profit management is the main point of the focal area. This is very skill to make their profit into minimizing their cost. Profit that serve as the primary indicators of the company long-term success. If greater manager can make profit reasonably accurate forecast of cost and revenue at output level. Last one is capital management. Capital management is the main focal areas of the business economics. Capital management refers to investment planning, control of capital expenditure. It discusses of the business cost of capital, rate of return, and project selection. In Sri Lanka, main capital investment in made in plants, machinery, and buildings. As a result, capital management necessitates many high level of judgment modes. That's all my part. I hand it over to Rashini for country. Thank you.
Thank you, Naveen. E-commerce is growing rapidly in Sri Lanka. More and more people shopping online for everything from groceries, electronics, to clothing. This has led to the emergence of several new online marketplaces such as Zara's, Colombo, and Demand. These marketplaces provide a platform for business all over the size to sell their products online, and they offer convenient and affordable shopping experience for customers. The second one is online payments and debit cards. There are a number of benefits in online payments such as convenience, speed, security, and rewards. The third one is online tuition classes. This popular in Sri Lanka as a result of COVID-19 pandemic. The benefit of the online tuition classes are such as the convenience of online learning and affordability and flexibility, as well as transparency. Parents can other one is doorstep delivery. There are a number of factors such as growing popularity of e-commerce, increasing number of working women, and growing middle class. There are a number of benefits of doorstep delivery. Convenience of grocery delivery, affordability, and having a variety of food. There are many areas in doorstep delivery such as food delivery, grocery, and medicine and other related items, such as Uber Eats, and Colombo. The other one is fuel QR. Fuel QR system was introduced in Sri Lanka in August 2024 as a way of managing fuel distribution in the country economic crisis. The benefit of the fuel QR system such as reduced fuel use, transparency and efficiency. But there are some challenges to voice over system, such as inconvenience, place, and trading fairness. The last one is work from home concept. The work from home concept was introduced in Sri Lanka in 2022 during the COVID-19 pandemic. Previously, work from home was not a common practice in this country. There are a number of benefits in increase employee productivity, reduce cost, and improve employee morale. In the conclusion, we can say as a country, both government and private sector has introduced new ways to manage this crisis, and production procedures and technologies are updated, and as well as human resource management practices. But we are, as a nation, we still not came to the previous status of economy.
Thank you very much. And one more question regarding our in the as an audience, when you look at your business models like this, those arrangements are more favorable for under the COVID-19, like online shopping and all these things. What sort of models you are suggested for face the crisis, economic crisis, to take on that experience? So mostly you suggested your business model focused on the COVID-19 and how we reorganize our business sector to face the challenge coming under the COVID. But not only the COVID, now the COVID is over now. Now we are talking, now we are in the face of crisis situation. After that situation, what sort of model we are suggesting?
We should improve the system to online to gain more transparency for the government expenses and
Business sector.
yeah, based on the tax payments and the revenues.
In this is one more. Sorry. Any other suggestion now when you look at now for in market and so on? Now you focus about these basic under the economics areas and demand forecasting same and the other things cost and so on prediction for this profit management capital budgeting. These areas if you focus, what sort of things you can suggest?
We can use AI for the budgeting and forecasting our demand and supply for the country.
Thank you very much.